Hey, this is Rustin with Metalholic magazine. I'm sitting here with Matt from Five Finger Death Punch.
What's up?
Not much. Doing great today. We're actually in Boise, Idaho.
We are.
Yeah.
I think it's called Nampa.
Yeah, Nampa.
Which is short of Tampa, not quite Nambla, so I don't know which direction they're trying to go with that one. There should be a town meeting.
There you go. And you came just in time for the Snake River Stampede. So.
Yeah, and we're going to miss it too.
There you go. Now, you guys just got back from the European festivals, downloading all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were getting in all sorts of trouble over there. What's
the story? Basically, we landed in, I think it was Munich, Germany, and or was Switzerland, I don't remember at this time, but we landed and then we were greeted by police, and they asked for Zoltan, myself, and Ivan, just because we had mixed all the tags up on the bag, so they weren't sure who did what. And it was kind of nice because they basically picked us up and said, you need to come with us to the police station right now, and we need to stop at the ATM along the way. So there was already an assessed fine for what was about to happen. So we had, it was so silly. We had my brass knuckles bolted onto one of my bases, right. And when Ivan has a real set of ones, mine's just a belt buckle thing. It just looks cool, you know. Ivan had one on, it's part of a microphone, like it doesn't come off or anything. Well, that went through the scanners during one of our transfer flights somewhere. They didn't have enough time to grab us at that airport, so they were just waiting for us to show up. So they took us in, basically arrested us, filled out a huge pile of paperwork, and then told us that, you know, it's going to be, you know, like €250 per offense. So it ended up costing us, you know, close to $1,000 US by the time we were done. And I now have technically I have a charge for illegal weapons violations in Europe, in Germany now. So. Well, they said it'll just go away most likely, and we'll find out next time I have to go and land it. Will I be greeted yet again? So we can all become real chummy when my passport number comes up, you know.
Be careful what you put on your belt buckle, right?
Well, at least I have it in more than one country now, so I guess that's good. Yeah.
Well, and then you guys go to download, and Ivan, starts a riot?
Yeah, well, he kind of has a tendency to get people excited, and we were just having people, you know, one of our show segments used to have the kids come over the railing and shake his hand. And usually it's a couple of hundred kids out of a festival. Well, this was a couple thousand, and they started bombing the stage, and security couldn't control it. So they ended up turning us off, which incited yet another riot. So then they turned us back on and let us finish, and then we were pretty much told by every promoter worldwide that we can't do that anymore, because it's just gotten so big now that. But I got it all on video. It's actually pretty funny.
Well, hopefully it'll show up on the DVD then.
It will. It will.
So are you guys happy to be back in the States then?
Yeah, I love this country. I won't lie. I mean, I've been everywhere, and you know, we even went over through Iraq and, you know, Kuwait and everything. I've been all over Europe and Scandinavia and all that, and well, the world's a beautiful place. I love my country and I appreciate it very much. Even when we have to land in Jersey on the way in, I don't care.
No place like home.
There's no place like home. That's right. My BlackBerry works perfectly, and you know, I can count the money.
2008 Mayhem Fest, you guys were second stage. This time you're on the main stage.
Yep.
How's it feel?
Amazing. Are you kidding? It's the greatest thing in the world. You know, just to get to go out. I mean, just bombing onto that stage on the other festivals, trying to get past, you know, because I didn't have the right, you know, security credentials to get on there. That was an honor in itself, but to be able to play it every day is huge. It's just a great opportunity for us, and the bands that we're on stage with. I mean, the whole festival is full of great bands. But I mean, we've already toured with both Lamb of God and Korn before, so this is like a family reunion for us. So. It's been a real good first run on it, that's for sure.
Excellent. Fourth day into the tour, I think it is now. And now you guys, you said a moment ago, you guys went over to Iraq not too long ago. So tell me what that was like for you guys, because I know that's a really big deal for you. I know you guys did the Bad Company video and used the footage.
Yep. That was just we've been trying to do it for like 2 years. We wanted to go over and just, you know, give our troops an hour or so to forget about where they are and what they're doing. And just to say thank you for all their hard work. And it's not about agreeing with the war or not. Those are our people over there. And you know, we do shows all the time, and we meet kids who are going, I'm shipping out next week, or my sister's coming back next week and she's mad that she missed you, or my brother's over there, can you say hello to him? So we just really felt it was kind of our responsibility to go over and just do that for them. And when you fly in to Kuwait City and drive down the road in Kuwait City in your armored convoy, and you're looking at buildings and remembering things from the news that you've seen, and then going into Baghdad and driving through Baghdad, you know, we were in flak jackets and helmets the whole time, you know, armed security guard. It's not over. Everyone thinks there's nothing going on there, and like military people say, oh yeah, you know, going on. To them, it's nothing, But it's still pretty active over there, and it's, we were there right around election time, so there was, IDs going off and stuff like that, and you could hear them, yeah. But then at 2 a.m. after a show, I'm eating Cocoa Puffs in one of Saddam's palaces, and I have a picture of that. And what are the chances this kid from, Chicago ends up, on a music tour eating Cocoa Puffs in one of Saddam's palaces? So that was pretty cool.
Memory you'll never forget.
I had to kind of laugh, I got to use one of his gold toilets, and I used it well.
And chipped it before he left.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
Now, after you guys finish up Mayhem, I think you're going over to Japan for a while, but then it's back in the studio?
Yeah, they're talking about Japan. I'm not 100% sure we're going yet. I'm more than happy to go. Japan's a wonderful country. We only got to go there for about 4 or 5 days last time, so we just kind of got my feet wet with it, But it's a beautiful city, like Tokyo, and I actually liked Osaka a lot as well. But the culture itself is pretty amazing. That's one of the good things about traveling with a band is you get to expose to so many things. So if we get to do that, I'm all for it. We're planning on going back in the studio, working on another record. We do need a minute to become human again. I have a normal sleep cycle, simple things like that, and actually see the house I live in. But yeah, we're going to do another record. We're hopefully going to release maybe a DVD or some kind of bonus pack by Christmas time, and then work on the record. It'll take us a minute, and it's just one of those we got to figure out which direction to go with it. We haven't decided yet based on how the second record went.
Right.
So.
Well, sort of the progression from the first to the second record. You think you guys have a better feel going in for the third one of what direction you might want to take?
I have no clue. That's how we did the second one too. We just got together and started writing, and that's the record that came out. So.
And now you've had Jason with you for a year.
A little over a year now, yeah.
And so that should probably change the dynamic a little bit.
Yeah, Jason's a fun cat to play with, that's for sure. He did a whole run of touring with us before we even went in and did that record. So and we've known him for over a decade, so he's already family. And he's an amazing talent, so it'll be good to. We're kind of a strange writing band, we don't have a rehearsal studio. One thing this band does not do is sit around and jam for hours on end. We all have studios in our houses. So we kind of, everyone writes a whole bunch of music. We get it all together. Now we have a pool of a ton of songs, and then we sit down and start digging through the mess and trying to figure out if anything's usable. And sometimes the best song you think you got turns out to be one that doesn't make the record because something just spawned out of something else. Right. So we'll wait till that point.
Show up on the deluxe edition.
Yeah, we have no plans, no plans for direction at all at this point. Just to try and get it finished.
Well, I know you got a lot of stuff on your plate today, so we'll let you go. But before you go, you have anything that you'd like to say to the fans and everything?
The band is very, very clear on the fact that we're here because of our fans. Our fans started us when we were still on MySpace. Our knuckleheads are diehards. They call the radio stations and request us. They get our music on the air. They come to our shows. So without you, we're nothing. I know it sounds completely cliche, but without the fans, there is no Death Punch. So thank you. Enjoy the show, and we'll be seeing you again next time around.
Matt, thanks so much for taking the time.
Appreciate it.